Hello everyone, welcome to another Scrap Mechanics solo survival. Solo. It's just me. No one else. Um yeah, I did something really stupid yesterday. So most people will know that my real job in life is a butcher. So it kind of sliced my finger a little bit. Actually, there's a nice dangling piece on there, so um it's like the finger in between my middle finger and my pinky finger on my left hand, so pressing the A button is not going to be fun. Um, it's a little tender, that's for sure. So I'm just gonna kind of endure the pain and just deal with it, which is my pain tolerance is quite high. I got this guy bugging out. What's he doing? Is he running away? You can come back? You don't like me anymore? Alright, I guess he might have been from the last raid or whatever, and now since the raid is over, he's retreating. Smart idea, bud. Smart idea. Um, hmm. See all these chests around. Let's go check up there to see if there's a golden one today. I don't think that there is one there, though, unfortunately. I think I have not left the area long enough. Because there's no red guy spawned here yet. No farm bot. Yeah, I don't see anything here. So, whatever. Yeah, nothing. Nothing. Alright, let's go get my seat. And hopefully we don't flip out into the world. We might. We got lucky. Usually that only happens if you go straight flat into the world, I'd notice. You clip through it. Guess we'll have to clean up some taupe bot heads, I guess. Because they're everywhere again. Probably because on that last raid, I imagine. Oh, this one's going to be a pain to get to. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to getting rid of having to collect all these things. Wow, I got a lot this time. Kind of getting sick and tired of picking these things up, as usual. Always picking up taupe bot heads. I don't think I would mind if they just stack. Always say that. Kind of like put myself on repeat on that one. What to do with them? I got a collection starting up right here. What's going on there? That's weird. Oh, that hurts. Yeah, you don't know how much something hurts when you slice your finger off a little bit. But my pain tolerance is quite high. I'm watching Redstream lately, and he's been trying to knock stuff out of the warehouse, and been debating whether I want to do that or not. That'll be like hours and hours of fun. Though if I were gonna do it, and I was like looking at other people's YouTube videos about it too, whether or not I should just build a forklift to lift that stuff out. The problem with that is that there's still stairs and stuff that you have to go up and down, so there's always going to be something that's going to be in the way for you to do it. And then you have to get it to the elevator. So it'd have to be really small in order to get through it. Sorry, I've got a message here. My sausage roll. My wife made me a sausage roll. How nice of her. So yeah, so like almost like this size would be like too big. So I would have to do like a lot of like special welding and stuff like that. Which I kind of don't want to do. And then having to like move all that crap. Does not sound like my cup of tea. Like, Red likes to do like kind of like the grinding portion of it. Like he doesn't mind watering plants and stuff like that manually. Or I'm like complete opposite. I'm like, no, this has got to be automated. So let's take the stone because I think we're gonna need the bricks anyway. Really what I came over here last time was for food and ammo. And last time it was just kind of like just kind of like a mess around stream. It was just kind of like while I was waiting for Red to do some to get ready because he was like sleeping. We're gonna do multiplayer and then just kind of like turned into something else. So that was okay. Got to do my own thing for a little bit. Alright, let's throw some potatoes in here. Some backup potatoes. And I do kind of have a plan of what I'm going to do today. Let's get rid of all this stuff. We don't need it. Should put some backup burgers in there though. Yeah, so I was like thinking about how to build the couch at the other base. And I think I'm going to have to collect a few of these chairs. I'm going to have to go over to the warehouses and collect the chairs at the stations. Maybe just grab a whole bunch of other stuff or whatever I'm there for. How big are these? I could probably use these as... I kind of like those actually. I might actually use those for the stairs back at the other place. Though, however, I may not have enough of them. Got a few. I don't think I'm going to do it right away. I think I'm going to... Well, I still got all these things too. That's kind of like a thought. Just for some structural support and stuff, so... Let's go over here. Put that off, okay. Just want to get at least some of my inventory in control here. Yeah, we'll take that crap with us. Alright, I got a wicked idea to like basically build this couch. And it'll be functional too, which is gives you any indication. This Got these circuit boards on me. Go away, circuit boards. I got too many of you. Just can't throw anything away for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, and do I have my... No, shotgun. So we're going to need our spud gun for this one. We need some distant shots. All right, crack a drink. So I think I might have grabbed the seat over there. I gotta figure out where I put my seats. All right, let's get out of this lag fest. And come on. Light go away. Right about now. There we go. All right, let's see if we like got this one over here. I don't know if I did or not. But I'm gonna need at least. I'm thinking maybe I should grab 4 because I need to make like a love seat. While we're at it, we might as well make sure that we slept in there. Where is... Okay, got enough spuds on me. All right, good. Bye. All right, let's see if we took the seat. No, we did not. Take that little base too. Why not? I don't think there's one on the other side, but we'll take the long route. You leave that cow alone, man. Oh, there's a... Don't shoot my car. Oh, that was close. Do you actually hit anything? Oh. No, we're all good. Sweet. I think I hopped out just in time. That guy would have messed my stuff up. Cow. Sweet. Oh, there's just 2 of you here. Alright, take it in the face. Alright. Get crushed. Get blasted. Your choice. Your choice, sir. You know, it's really funny. I broke my finger on the same finger and I had to get stitches. And so now I've gotten more stitches in my lifetime on this one finger. I think I had to get like 3 last time. This time I got 4. So I've had 7 stitches on the same finger in my lifetime. Oh yeah, I should probably collect some flowers too while I'm at it. Kind of make this worth as much as my while as I can. Do some multitasking. Yeah, something is jammed in my wheel now. Some robo body parts jammed in my wheels. Alright, we still have to be kind of cautious around here. Because the more times they get hurt, more burgers are going to have to eat. Oh, yeah, I stole that one already. Yeah, there's one right over there. See if I can nail him from here. Jerk. Yeah, you think I would just come up here and rob, like, everything here, and for some reason I just can't do that. I kind of do want this extruded metal one day. But I just don't have a purpose for it. I'm not going to grab something I don't have a purpose for or an idea what I'm going to do with it. I feel like that's kind of like a waste of time. Unless I don't have a plan with it, I'm not going to go and just start collecting them now. Because all that is just kind of just a waste of time. So, yeah. I just don't want to clutter up my spot any more than it needs to be. Or else I would have probably grabbed all the seats previously. Plus it gives me a reason to like get out. Get out of like being at the same base all day and I feel like I don't really want to be stuck in one spot the entire time and I feel like that's kind of makes a stream kind of boring. So mostly just personal reasons. Yep. I wonder if they're going to create more things that you could drive through and just like run over. Like I love driving through these leaves and stuff. Hey, seriously? Uh-oh. Yeah, the locals are here. They're causing trouble. Get lost, local. Alright, let's crank the... Better get some lights on. Nope, that's the wrong button. Nobody wants to stream in the dark. Though I can see perfectly fine. Got eyes like a hawk. No one's coming my way. I wonder if you can like get disability claims if you're a streamer or whatever, and then you bust one of your fingers to play your game, like your middle finger. Can't press W ever again. Probably not. Would be classified as like a workplace incident or not. I guess if it happened at work. Bye, dude. All right. I need seats. Oh. All right. Well, that's a good place to park this. Let's just like roll with that, I guess. There's one. I would probably most likely be here and on the other side. Let's just make sure I have my vehicle. Go away. Go away. It's my stuff. Oh. Should really get that inverted. Hold on here a second. 3, there we go. Alright. Probably should drive a little bit. Oh, there he is. With caution. I was gonna say, I'm like, I should probably drive with a little bit more caution. Oh, he's going way out for that guy. Yeah, could have sworn I saw a tape bot over here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Cheeky little monkey. Very cheeky. Always hit miss that. No. No, I'm not dealing with you, man. I'm just here for certain items. Definitely not here for that. Not here for your malarkey. Don't think I took this one. Yoink. Took some metal. You know what? I think I'm gonna use this. I think I will steal this. And your lights. Don't care about your concrete though. Give me all your extruded metals. That's what I'm here for. That's it. Yeah. Every time you see a like cow running away, I'm not too sure if it's a a tape bot that he's running away. You kind of don't want to risk it either. Like even right here, I don't like driving past. I'm pretty sure, yeah, there's a tape bot right there firing at me. Don't hit me. Don't hit me, man. It's not going to be good for your health. All right. All right. Should I do have it? Okay. Really should have my ammo right there, I think. I hear him. Oh. Oh, you gave me a scare, dude. I can see you right there. Give me them free batteries. All here for all your batteries. Take your free metal too. And your chairs. See? Pro tip, always make sure that you have a vehicle with a chest on it. Some way. Try to keep all this crapola together. Where is that? Okay, got enough to build the couch. Yeah, I'm kind of can't wait for things to be a little bit more rateable, let's just say. Like, I know that the warehouse is going to be really, really overpowered. But at the same time, can't wait to get the pieces out of it. You could build so much more. But at that point, if you could build it, right? What's the point? All right. Where are we? All right, there's the other warehouse. Pretty sure I did not grab the seats from that one. Ah, weird glitchy water. On the road again. You know, I can't wait to go on the road again. Okay, let's see if we can get the stuff over here. There he is, way out in the back. Oh, I nailed him too. Nice. Double shot. Right to the face. Perfect time. No viewers to see that. Steal all the stuff. Well, I'm at it. Because I'm definitely going to need these windows. And I could always use metal. I think that'll be it. That'll be enough to make at least a couch and a love seat. Or just a regular chair. I'm kind of still like really debating whether or not I should just make a crap load of explosives. I think I might just do it just for the sake of like just to see how efficient it would be, and I will build a vehicle for that. Like, for sure. I'm not knocking that crap by hand. That's just ridiculous. And then like how efficient is it going to be um, to make all those explosive? Like I don't have a problem getting garbage wood to make the cardboard. Because it seems like a lot of steps just to it's a lot of steps just to make explosives. Like you have to get cardboard, and then you have to get the glow worm, and then you have to get the glow poop, and that's like one step. And then you have to have gasoline, which is not a problem for me. Gas is a non-issue item. And keep my eye out for oop, I don't think it's going to be wise for me to go this way. Yeah, and then you have to go get the glow. It's just getting the glow poop is like the biggest pain. Right? Like I already know that my truck can definitely carry some glowworms. That's not an issue. Yeah, because you have to make like a machine to almost like feed them the cardboard, and you need a collector. Because I'm not gonna stand there and just watch glowworms eat freaking cardboard all day. If I wanted to do that, I just like I don't know, go to a grade one class or a kindergarten class and just watch some kids do that. Which kind of reminds me, if you ever see like A Christmas Story, And then Ralphie's brother is like on the window at the very beginning of that movie. He's got his mouth like all over there. And one of my coworkers, Andrew, I actually enjoyed working with, always referred to them as window lickers. And I think it was just that one scene from A Christmas Story that like gave him that term. Well, leave that cow alone, man. Seriously. You're lagging my game out. Knock it off. I know there's a red guy up here, so I probably should be cautious. Depending on where he is, where he spawns. Sometimes he spawns on that hill, sometimes he spawns up here. Nothing. I think that's like a random chance kind of thing. Oh, great. Oh, great. I just think I'm gonna have to paint this bad boy too. Actually, it doesn't look. It's like, you ever see that movie Amityville Horror? Kind of has that design, kind of. But this is just the pig house. I'm officially naming this thing the pig house because it looks like a pig. I should put like a little squiggly tail on the end right here for some reason. All right, let's use some of these, I imagine. Yeah, I think that might have to be higher. Okay. We do not need the extra lag. Actually, surprisingly, these are not creating as much lag as I was thinking. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to need some kind of lighting in here. Let's just put some temporary lights in here so that when it gets dark, it doesn't seem so weird. And we can start arranging some proper lights. This one definitely is going to need some work. Actually, do I have my tub on me? Can I throw that in my car? That would be nice. Nice to know if that's in my car. Oh, it is. Sweet. I knew I threw that in there last time because I knew I was going to forget to bring it. Okay. My tub. I want to kind of have it here, and I think I'll have it like enclosed in some way. Could look outside while people are watching me bathe with my clothes on. It's kind of weird. I'm gonna have to build a sink for this too, I think. So let's go and just build that now and get it over with. Sink, 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 sink. I think that might be in parts. Yeah, there it is. Cheapo sink. Now, the next thing, actually, I'm kind of glad I got these extruded blocks, because I think I'm going to use them. So I'm going to make some wood feet. Maybe we don't use wood feet. Let's see what we can make. I don't want some unique footing on this thing. I wonder if I could do something. I might have to try 4 of these because I think those will make good feet upside down. It won't look like normal feet. Oh, they stack too. That's nice. Good to know that those stack. All right, man. Stack the rest of that. That would be great. Make everything else stackable. How about making these chairs and everything stackable? Like, man, I'm like kind of going all over the place here, but I wish I had a mirror too. I think I might have to make a mock mirror of some sort. Let's just throw this up here. Or maybe over the sink. Ah, that's very bright. Like right here, I think. Yeah, I think we might have to change the color of that, or we just put it up here. At least we'll utilize all the, yeah. We'll definitely be changing the light texture of that. And let's see here. So that could go like this. Actually, use the garbage wood for accents. Really gotta stop calling it garbage wood because it's really not garbage. They're actually quite useful. Just for like if you need wood. That could be the right height, yes. Kind of like that. Don't like how that's not centered. Yes. Be better as like a medicine cabinet, I imagine. Just put some toiletries there, which we can get. All right. Let's not get too distracted here. Yeah, I figured I wasn't going to be able to rotate that, so I might have to build a platform first. I kind of wanted to put yeah, like this. All right, I don't want to put the next feet on there because I want to figure out how much room do I need. And if this is all going to stick, probably not. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to. Maybe it's not enough room either. I think I could probably cheat it. Guess I won't have to have a backing for that. Oh yeah, that might fall off. That's what I figured. Crap. Huh. All right. It's kind of not working out the way I want to. I think I could figure it out though. I think I have some ideas, but I don't know if they're really gonna work. I put this thing up way too high. Make this a three-seater couch. And I might need that carpet block so it looks like it's kind of a use your own imagination kind of thing. Okay. See, the other thing I don't want it to do is I don't want it to be sitting too high up either. Right? Yeah, and I think I'm gonna have to cheat it right about there. Because if I don't weld this thing, it's gonna be all over the frickin' place. Yeah, I wonder how high that sits. Well, it's not too bad. No, it's not too bad. Not 100% sure on this, but at least it's a functionable seat. Like also I guess I could just like leave it a freestanding thing. I just hope it doesn't create too much lag when I do it. Oh, yeah, that's super light. Alright, you get moved. Yeah, okay. Okay, and then we're gonna need some. I might have some carpet blocks, and I might have to go back to the base, the main base, the asylum, to go get some carpet block. Doesn't look like I brought any. All right, get moving. We'll find some carpet blocks. Because I want this thing to kind of still look like it's made out of fabric, not just straight out of wood. Yeah. I think if I'm ever going to get really ambitious, I think I'm going to come up with a rail car to point A to point B. That seems like really ambitious though for me. Though the things I've been building lately have been kind of extreme lately anyway. All of you, get out of my neighborhood. I didn't invite you here, man. Taupe bots everywhere. There's probably some in my basement now. In my dungeon. Oh, yeah. While I'm down here, I might as well load up on ammo. And there. Won't even spawn there. Probably not. You didn't even die from that? Seriously? Just don't have time for these guys. Alright. Buzz off, man. Came here for carpet blocks, not you. I might have to make some carpet blocks. This is why we have a farm. Let's make sure we don't have any already stored up somewhere. I'm pretty sure I used all of them though. Yeah, I think I might have used all of it. Okay. Fine. Guess we're farming. First, let's get rid of the garbage in here. Seriously. Oh yeah, I forgot. I installed this the other day. Blam! Soil bags. No, thank you. Well, if I'm going to do carpet blocks, I might as well do a whole bunch of carpet blocks. Guess I could have just went out and went to one of the autumn fields and grab it, but there's the fun in that. Get free stuff in the raid, man. Ah, just past the midnight too. Nice. You know, I could have sworn I had like way more carpet blocks than this. Which kind of sucks because now I'm just stuck here for like 23 minutes. Actually, I should probably check up on the gold chest spawned up there. I'm pretty sure that red guy's respawned. Wait, double raid. Nice. I think I could probably build a glow bug farm over here. So I kind of really do want explosives, even just for mining, possible for the future update as well, because we're going to need explosives, I guess. I don't think we'll make the wiener explosives, though. That's something to do for the next 23 minutes. Yeah, and I could probably build it like, just kind of like right here, I imagine. Just something temporarily to pass the time. But first, let's just see if we have vacuums to do so. I may not have vacuums. Plus, I gotta think about how this is going to work, too. Because I've never played around with glowworms before. So, kind of out of my zone or expertise. Let's see. I'm going to use these things for some reason. This is why I don't want to collect too much stuff, because it's just starting to pile up again. Oh yeah, and I'm going to have to go and make, cut down some trees too. Glowworms are such a pain to deal with. Glowbugs. Yeah, I don't even think I have any vacuums available. Nope, I do not. But who cares when you got this much inventory on you? You got this much inventory on you, you don't care about that stuff. Alright, so I'm thinking the one to spit it out, and then one to collect. I'm thinking. So I'm kind of thinking how this is going to work. I don't think it should be that hard. Not make it too complicated, hopefully. I'm gonna have to make another chest. Well, we're gonna have to go underwater and go get some more. Yeah, so we'll kind of like make a cage for them, and I think we'll use these things. So, get this extruded metal. Yeah, because I'm thinking. Have one to. Oops. Look at that. So the thing that's going to collect the poop is going to be like right here. And then on the top, we're going to have one spit it out. We're definitely going to need like at least 2 chests to do this. Like, don't get me wrong, I've seen other people make these things, but I'm not 100% familiar how it all works. So it's always kind of an experiment. So here, I'll bring that in a little bit more, will be to collect the poop. And then one on top to spit out the cardboard. You know, I always complain about the range on these things. I don't think this is gonna make my rage about it any less. So we'll see. See what happens. Do have garbage wood on me, so let's just dump all that in there and start making some cardboard. So 5 is gonna be, wow, that's gonna make quite a bit. That's gonna make quite a bit of cardboard. I don't think the ratio for the cardboard is that great. And I don't think I have enough to make the chests either. I got enough to make one, but I'm gonna need to make another one. I need more. Gonna need more glue. Okay. And we're gonna need the glow buds too. We got about 17 minutes for the raid. Just want to make sure that there's no, yeah, okay, the right guy's there. How much ammo do I got? See if we could take him out. I don't think I do. Or grab one more round of ammo just to be safe. Okay, let's go mess some bots up. Slap them in the face. Okay, I'll get some more stuff that's gonna fill up my inventory for no reason. See if we can get some winter boxes up here. It's like a guarantee that there's almost like a golden chest up here every time. Yep. Love it. I guess I'll take the component kits. Not the worst thing. Not the best thing. Oh. Kill us, you stupid tilt bots. Alright, now I gotta think about how I'm gonna transport these bugs. I guess I could just mock something up, I guess. I'll just collect all the junk around here. Junk! Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Alright. Another warehouse key I don't want. Add it to the pile of warehouse keys. One thing's for sure, if anybody comes through, tries to bust through here, they're not gonna get through these warehouse keys. I think I got enough here to probably trap it on my bed. For the glowworms at least, glow bugs. I gotta remember to get glue too. Glue clam collecting. Boring. Please let me automate. Oh, look at all the heads here I don't need. Okay, so I'll park this bad boy right here and empty out our inventory a little bit. I'm still not sure what I'm going to do with these, and I collected them for some reason. Alright, whatever. I honestly don't really need that many glue clams either. Those glow bugs gonna be kind of a pain. Guess I could make a really heavy vehicle and just drive it underwater. The other part is like I almost have to wait till night to find the little buggers. Oh, there's one. There's two actually. Not too far away from each other. Oh, look, it's so adorable. They were trying to swim this back. Aggravating. At least I don't have to drive it too far, so that's good. I think it'll be a little bit easier with like functioning water. This water sucks. Get up there. Alright. So you temporary trap for you. I don't think you can crawl under there, can he? Well, better safe than sorry, I guess. Alright, he's not getting out of that one anyway. Keep my eye out for one that's a little bit closer than that. That's a little bit of a faraway walk for me, thank you. Might actually be the best ones I could find. I don't know if I got enough clams though. 20? Okay. Man, those bugs like sink like rocks. You give these things like a pitch or whatever and they just drop. Yeah, like look at that. It's like the water physics don't even recognize that those exist. Probably get those three clams there. Seriously, where'd he go? That thing just spawned already? Huh. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of wood here. Never noticed this before. Oh, you fell out. Alright, guess that didn't work. Let's put a lid on this. There. Whoop. Liquidated. Huh. Alright. Oh, no, that ain't gonna work now. I swear to God, if I have to walk so far to get... If I have to walk these things back... That's gonna annoy the crap out of me. I didn't have that problem before with those bugs. Is this something new that they implemented? You used to be able to drive those bugs like super far away. And it used to be way more plentiful too. Yeah, because I think I'm gonna have to walk these things back. There's no way. I'm gonna be able to drive those things if it just exploded like that. Probably should get back. Got like 5 minutes till that raid. I'm definitely not going to fight off some robots while I have a glow bug on my hand. I think we'll worry about the transport of that bug later. If I have to walk it back, it's not a big deal. I'm back. I am back. I am not new. You might be new to me. I might be new to you. We'll see. I think you subscribed last week, I believe. I think it was Thursday. As I remember. Yeah, I'm just putzing around today. Actually, most of those probably have finished. Nope. Let's give it a second watering, see what happens. No? Alright, fine. Mr. Baloney, I do not. I think I might. I don't know. I do not know Mr. Baloney. Hey, get out of my neighborhood. Yeah, might help if I get that out of my way. Alright, so let's stick all this garbage in there. Make some stuff. Let's make this fast. Oh, okay. That's good. Oh my goodness. Thanks for the follow, by the way. Whoever that was. I think that might have been you, actually. I'm one away from my 50, so that's kind of nice to know. It is a lot of metal, unfortunately. One Thinkaroo in here. Okay. Almost done. Yeah, metal 2, metal 3. Potato, potato. I had to. This is my main defense base, so necessary evil, I guess. Alright, and let's see here. Oh, well, that's good. Stick around for 10 minutes, I guess. You must live pretty far away. If you're in homeroom right now, it's like, isn't it morning homeroom or? Alright. Need 2 chests. Beauty. Last period. Okay, so according to my clock, you're probably somewhere in the east of either Canada or the US. Or possibly Brazil. You just never know. $3.41, yeah, because it's like 1:41 for me, so my usual afternoon stream, which I normally do. Not every day, though. I kind of had was debating whether or not I was going to end up streaming today because I ended up cutting my finger yesterday. And it really hard to hit the A button. It's not here. Very well. All right. Where's that chest? Okay, I'm gonna put that. Oh yeah, we're gonna need a switch for this thing too. All right. Now I'm trying to make a glow bug farm for myself, and I'm thinking the transport of them is not gonna be fun. Yeah, my spelling vocabulary is not very good either when I'm typing. All right, let's go mess some bots up. Come at me, bro. Uh-oh. All right. Do a quick little cover on my ammo. And we're gonna take out the guys on the other side before they put a hole in there. Ah, Florida. Nice and sunny there. Yeah, I am Canadian, so I'm freezing my butt off right now. I don't really do well with the heat, though, to be honest, so. I've never actually been to Florida. You think I would, but I've never been. All right. Leave that alone, dude. Seriously. Okay, sweet. Collect these arms later, I guess. Not like those are gonna despawn anytime soon. Where is that? Okay. It's like play the game of where the empty chest is. Yeah, we have cold. Oddly enough, for summers here in Canada can get hot. For me, at least, they get hot. So you get like, yeah, it did kind of rhyme. Yeah, just hot. Like, I think it would be like classified as 100 for you guys, but also we don't like it can get really humid, right? So, all right, so we have that. And this one right here, we'll have to go the other way. I think we're gonna need two switch, just one switch, and we can just activate it by one. Yeah. Yeah, and then I think the coldest that we can get here is in Celsius it would be minus 40. And that's also equal in Fahrenheit. So your negative 40 in Fahrenheit would be our negative 40 in Celsius. It's kind of where they meet up on that one. Say yikes. That's cold though. That's really cold. All right, the next thing we're gonna have to worry about is how are we going to get that glow bug in there? Or should I say glow bugs? Oops, that's not what I wanted. I want that. I think I saw a switch in here. Fortunately, I had to make one. Whatever. Yeah, I've heard that about Florida. Though I would like to visit Florida one day. And probably for the same reasons everybody else wants to visit Florida, because they want to go to Disney World. Whereabouts in Florida? Like Orlando or. Hey, Red, what's up? Yeah, I have to. Just so everybody has, like, it's like the metro. Yeah, I have to emphasize the difference because I know I have a lot of US viewers, and I know I'm going to use the word Celsius all the time, and people aren't going to understand that. Looking at me like I'm a crazy person. Nothing wrong with Celsius. Red's our usual viewer, just so you know. Me and him stream together, so we like to hang. He's also a fellow American. All right, get in there. All right, well, take care, man. Probably going home. Gonna have no internet on the way home. What are you up to, Red? Same old, same old. I gotta figure out how to get this in here. Huh. And I'm dying slowly. Slowly, I'm dying. I guess we'll just do it this way. Actually, I wonder if I could just, yeah, slap that on there like that. And then. Not coming apart yet. Beauty. I know I read that this morning. I'm also going to be almost getting my milestone today, too, for follows, which is kind of nice. I think we'll leave that last bit for the when we get the glow bug in there somehow. There was one that spawned down here. Okay. So take that back. Oh, and before I forget, take all the stuff out and start making some carpet. I figured out my couch situation, and I think it actually looks pretty good for the build. Yeah, and I have yet to get another. Well, mind you, I haven't honestly got all the warehouses in this world yet. I haven't finished all of them. Let's just do that. And I might not have enough of that, which is like whatever. Yeah, I sliced my finger yesterday, so that was a good time. I had to get 4 stitches on my finger yesterday. The dangers of being a butcher. It was deep too. I don't think it's gonna really the tip of that finger is gonna really recover. I'm kind of surprised I'm actually playing any games right now. It's just because I have to hit the A button. I'll just start like I don't know, strifing only one way. Would just be easier. Just a tip. It's only just a tip. I always love how dirty that sounds. Thank you, Archer, for ruining my life. Yeah, and the doctor was looking at it, and it's like she looked at it and she's like, yeah, that's probably gonna fall off. But right now it's just like protection. Why is there so much lag? Was it that just that one bot? That was weird. It's always just a tip. I love that phrasing. Well, usually the pain would be the good indication. Like, the sad thing is, I did something kind of really stupid is that I cut my finger, right? And I knew I did, and I was serving a customer uh, at that point. And I went away, watched a little bit of it off, threw another glove on, and finished tying it off. Customer was not aware of like me cutting my finger because they can't really see what I'm doing, but um, yeah, basically that whole glove filled with blood, and then it kind of like coagulated because the room is so cold. So then the whole glove was just covered in thick blood, and it was really spewing out. But it was nice because I got to the walk-in clinic and only took like 20 minutes. They probably just looked at me as just like, oh no, this is a priority. See you later. Anybody who has like little sniffles or whatever, you get to go on the back burner for a bit. Hey, where are you? Where's all the glow bugs? As much as it sounds as gross as it is. And the silly thing is, okay, so like normally when I cut meat with a mesh glove all the time. But when you're tying meat, like when you're putting string around a roast or something like that, you don't have to wear a glove, and that's when I cut my finger. So duct tape and a tampon. No, we got blood soakers in our, the little pads that they put underneath the under the meat. I just use those. They soak up way more blood. Yeah, basically, I looked at my meat manager. Looked at her, is like, I need medical attention. She was like freaking out, and I'm just like sitting there calm as I can be. And like, okay, let's just get this done and over with. Got to go home with a little bit. I would, but I didn't really want to go to the feminine hygiene section. I kind of didn't want to ask my manager for one of her tampons. And a really dumb thing too, right? So like we're around like saws and um, knives all the time, and we don't have a medical kit in there. Like our store is only required to have two medical kits. One is the at customer services, and one is in the back. So you have to like walk so far away just to go get a bloody band-aid. Or even if you cut yourself that bad, you basically are just wandering around looking for something to cover the wound. Yeah, so I had an interesting day yesterday. I got to go home an hour early. I was like, oh, great. But also, like, my pain threshold. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the chat. Oh, you're on another. Oh, okay. So you were the previous. Why don't you just use it? It's the same account. That's weird. Thank you for letting me get to my 50. Yeah, I saw that. Now I'm at 50 followers. Does it really count when it's like the same person though? That's I feel like I somehow cheated the system, or you helped me cheat the system. I don't know. Man, I can't find any glow bugs anywhere. Might have to travel a little bit farther. Oh, they probably will. It could be those other bots. Yeah. It could be the gun bot. That was, and there was another one that me and Red, we both had him. And he was just like totally messing up your subscription. It was always like targeting low level subscribers as well. Or, well, low level channels, I should say. So, yeah, so I've been nailed by that guy a few times. And every time I look on my Streamlabs and it's like, my Streamlabs ones isn't the equal to what it actually says on my Twitch one. So, but my Twitch one is like more official anyway. God, oh, there's one. Almost lost him. Ah. Oh, hell nah. I love that name, by the way. That's a great name. I am making the glow poop. Well, you could always change it, right? Like just send yourself like an email to like go get it changed. Ooh, I should really collect this wood. Oh, this is the worst part of it. Doing the walk of shame back. I'm just gonna do the one glowworm because he's gonna produce quite a bit, and I'm not in a rush to get all this glow poop either. Because honestly, the only three things that you can make use with glow poop. One is explosives, right? The other one is the glow sticks or whatever, and batteries, I think. Oh, it's on your dad's email. I see. Well, that's a good way of protecting your stuff, but you should just probably let them know that you forgot one of your passwords. That's okay. I'll take it. I'll see how this glow poop thing goes. Kind of didn't want to have to do the walk on this, but the last time I tried to, well, no, when you get home, though, come on. There's probably a good chance that actually this thing might die. All right. All right. Nope. This is not acceptable. I don't want any Girl Scout cookies or anything. Get lost. Quit knocking on my door. No soliciting. Jerk. Um, hmm. Let's see. See, I didn't even like really use computers too much when I was in high school. Also, that was a long time ago though. But yep, we're gonna need some more paint. So we'll just get all that done. And that done. Rage quit for what? No. I might do a warehouse run and just start getting some stuff. Oh yeah, I need a button. That's why I initially came up here. Duh. Give me a button, punk. Nah, I'm not gonna rage quit. You know, you know me, right? It takes a lot for me to get super ticked off. And usually I'll just stop playing the game if I'm getting that mad. I always say, if you're getting that mad in a game, you're playing the wrong game. In the man size. Oh, now you can poop in peace. Well, now you're gonna have to start mass producing toilet paper too. With especially if you're eating the same meal over and over again, right? All right, let's see if this works. Moment of truth. Never done this before, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so you get attached there, turn her on. Oh, I think the yeah, this cold bug's got to move a bit. Put you down there for a second. Okay. Huh. Okay, I don't think I could use this actually. That's a shame. Yeah, I do. I played that with God, what was his name? I did that with him. Somebody, another streamer, not a streamer, but another person who I was chatting to. I played Guess My Age. He couldn't figure it out. It's more difficult than you think figure because like I'll give you a general um, time how old I am, but yeah, it'll be difficult for you to figure it out because I only give general ideas how old I am. All right, so let's do this. I think this is not working because this has to be a solid surface, I'm thinking. Yeah, there we go. All right. So I kind of like playing that game because it really messed him up. Let's see, you're in high school. So that would be my first guess. So you could be between, depending on how much high school too, right? Because my high school's a little bit different. It could be There you go. Oh, no, that's not going to work. Okay, there might not be enough room here. Oh, this has to be continuous too. Yeah, because I'll have to like, yeah, flick it on and off. So we're gonna need to make a timer. Need a timer. So you're in mid, so probably grade 9 is my guess. So you would be about 15. That's my guess. That would be my guess. Either 14, 15, or 16. That's my guess. I know I have a timer in here. What the hell? Where'd it go? I definitely don't want to do this manually. I guess I could probably use logic if I wanted to. Oh, there's a bunch of buttons there. Well, that was dumb. Algebra and honors, eh? See, once again, that's different in Canada. Um, hmm. Come on. Where is it? I want to make another one. Huh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a timer. Nuts to it. That might have been my other world. My other world, I probably had timers. Algebra. Well, definitely I'll get you into the good schools if you have algebra. How often you're going to use algebra, I have no idea when you get into those schools. Who knows? I think I've only had to use basic algebra for what I do. That's just to figure out yields and meat. Okay, so slap that there, I guess. There, maybe. Go to every second, I think. Yeah, there we go. I think I'm. Oh, you're 15. All right, I think this guy has to maybe move. All right, eighth. Okay, see, like that's a difference because like in our high schools, we have elementary, we have junior high school, and high school. Okay, so in elementary it's grades 1 through 6. Junior high school is 7 through 9, and then high school is 10 through 12. So that's why it doesn't really work that way the same way over here as it does over there, right? Because you have like what elementary, and then you go right to high school, which could possibly be 7 through 12. It really does differ between countries. All right, I needed logic. The dreaded logic. This you're gonna have to bear with me with my logic. It's not so great. Okay. So we'll have to make a signal. So we can make it repeat. This one, I think, has to be that. That. Booyah. And that will pulse this. Oh, that has to be removed. And that goes there. That goes there, and 5 possibly goes there. So this, I have to figure out how to make it pulse. Second, I may have got this wrong. No, that has to be an AND gate though. Or I got this. Okay, no, I got this one wrong. So this goes here, that goes there. This is like the worst. Like I said, my logic is not that great. I know I've done this a couple times. Is that on? Yeah, that might help if that's on. Yeah, that is flickering. That's exactly what I wanted to do. Though I don't want it to flicker rapidly. Maybe I do it like this. That. Oh, yeah. I hate trying to figure this stuff out. He hasn't pooped anything out yet. I know that one has to be an AND gate, and I think this one has to be an OR gate, and this one has to be an AND gate. Kind of want to one to compulse. Well, it would be nice to be young again. Let's see here. More gates. Yeah, let's go through like every bloody possibility of this. Let's just remove that for now. And remove this trigger for now. Someone's probably screaming at me now. You're doing it wrong! The same thing when I used the, if you want to make it, yes. That's how I figured. It was like 6 to 8 or something. Yeah, like I said, Canadians are a little bit different when it comes down to how school is done. Yeah, take care. Yeah, let's go do some learnings. That has to be an and. This is a nor. Or nor. Zor. Might have to look this one up. Okay, that triggered. But now I want that to trigger. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to look at this one up. Because honestly, I don't want to sit here pressing buttons all day. Yeah, because I definitely don't want to do this. Just so I can shoot off some. I'm wondering if this guy's even eating this stuff. Okay, he is eating it. Well, that's why I'm trying to keep it completely enclosed, so it won't go out. If I have to, I'll probably go and pick it up, and I'm hoping it's gonna get picked up in this. I guess I could probably put it right underneath him if I wanted to, but the range is like not great on it, but it's probably better than some. Yeah, I gotta figure this out. Okay. It did fire twice, that's nice. Okay. It could be just that this is in the way, maybe. I don't know. Or am I gonna have to build another thing here? You always try to keep the poop contained in some way. Alright, I'm gonna have to look at this. As unprofessional as this is. Turn that down. Alright, let's see here. Logic. Look up some auto logic. Script mechanic. Ah. Yeah, but I'm not going to be coming here very often. Okay, there it is. It's only take a minute to watch. Yes, I was watching a YouTube video. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. Like I said, my logic is freaking terrible. And it's just one of those things I'm just not very good at. Okay. There. Now it's kind of working properly. There. Now the other thing is whether or not he's going to be pooping that out properly. Super unprofessional to watch a YouTube video. But if my logic sucks, I need to figure that out. Alright. Now, am I getting any glow poop from this guy? Like he's eating all this. I have not seen him produce any poop yet, though. This thing's loaded to the rim. One thing's for sure, that this thing is not very consistent. Oh, and I think it's because I hooked this up wrong. Possibly. There we go. Might have to move this guy over somewhere else. Let's put him right here if we can. Let's see if we can contain him in one little spot. Preferably alright, let's see if we can do that. And see if this actually works. Because I honestly, 20 cardboard, jeez, man. Well, it's better than sticking around all day watching him trying to eat glow poop all day, trying to eat cardboard all day. Yeah, and the other thing I'm worried about is whether or not I'm going to disappear, go over that way to go get another worm, and then this guy buggers off. But at least I'll be constantly feeding him. Here we go. Boom. It works. Alright. Alright. Well, I know they don't really wander off if there's cardboard there, but I did try to go get a second glowworm earlier, and that one disappeared. So I don't think it was because he wandered off. I think it's because he just spawned, which is a possibility. So we're going to test this theory out. We might as well. And just make sure. Let's go out to the faraway distance. Actually, you know what? I had some wood over here I probably should have collected. though driving and trying to collect my glowworm or glow bug or whatever. Not that good either. He's still shooting out stuff. I still hear him. So that's good. And the other question I had to ask myself is like, how many can I fit in that cage without like over cramming it either? And there's a good steady supply of like cardboard in there. So I think I should be okay. I might be fine. We'll see. Like I said, my logic is terrible. I think all that wood was over here. Bunch of wood I've never collected or forgot to collect. It's even the good wood too. So you are such an early morning guy though. Well, I don't think you do it on purpose. Alright, so two more. Okay. And I think we're gonna have to go a little bit farther off. Let's try over here. So maybe we might get lucky, we might find one. Mr. Baloney! I just had somebody talk about you earlier. Oh, hell no. Yeah, it's not my usual logger though. That's the thing. I got a better logger than that one. I got one that refines all of it and it's a double refiner. I had to redo that one like at least like 3 times to get it right. That one's just actually my picker, so when I have like a raid or whatever, right? I have it's just to pick stuff up after the raid, so I don't have to refine it by hand like a chump. Come on. Why is it so hard to find glow bugs here? I might just hop into the other water over here. I might. Well, go get an SSD if you have a good enough, well, a more recent computer at least. Even if our computer was like, maybe like, what is going on here? You better not be attacking my car, man. You're probably beating up a cow. Yep. Nah. Beating up cows. Yeah, where's my car? My lock? There it is. Yeah, quick $20 SSD surprisingly fixes so many problems with like slow startups. Get rid of those old mechanical hard drives. They're good for mass storage, but that's about it. I would never use a mechanical anymore for... Alright, let's see if we can get lucky in here. Sun's going down at least, so I can see if there's anything in here. Yep. $20 SSD fixes it, even if you get a cheap SSD. And then put your OS on there. Ah, there's one. Beauty. It fixes so many problems. I will never go back to hard drive. Maybe for like mass storage when I get into video editing and stuff, but I don't know. And I'm kind of dreading having to walk back. Yeah, get an SSD. That would be my solution to most things. I guess if I slap this thing in the back of my vehicle, I'm gonna have to drive really quiet, like really slowly. $740. That thing is ancient. I shouldn't really complain because the previous one I had on there was a 730M. All right, let's just put this up temporarily. I'm gonna have to be really careful driving this bad boy home. Yeah, see, he's already like hopping up and down. Yeah, because if I gain too much speed, this guy's gonna like get liquidated. You stay in there. Yeah, jerk. In there. You are not allowed out. And I could put a top on it, but the last time I did, he, yeah, basically disintegrated that poor glow bug. And I probably should be really careful because that red guy might have spawned because I might have been in a different area. Yeesh. Yeet. Yeah, I'm always hoping for a new PC one day. Well, at least. Oop. See, I think I heard him a little bit there. Alright, at least the other one despawned. Still working. At least I have another glow bug that I can replace him with. Oh, he's still in there. Going strong. Nope, this is actually a solo adventure, my friend. Solo. Alright, you can get in there. But thanks for the offer. If I had a better computer, I would probably start doing multiplayer. Alright, we're at 4. How much does it take to make explosives? Alright, so at least I know that that guy's not going to disappear. So I'll just keep on going finding more glow bugs in there. So I think that'll be a chore. Actually, I'm gonna go and take the other vehicle. Yeah, and this is like why I'm always saying that, like, is it really worth raiding the warehouse to get all that stuff out? Like the amount of explosives that you have to make. Oops. Other way around, sir. I'll see. I'm tempted just to get the pieces. All right, this it's gonna have to get lifted somewhere else. Yeah, but I'm also streaming, so. And I built so much crap in here that even right now I'm having lag just from the garbage I made. And I have to do so many things just to like make it run properly. But like I said, I just wanted to see how much I can do solo. That's the biggest one. Sure, you can send me a photo on a Whisperer and I'll take a gander at it. Alright, let's see where we're going with this. We're 5. Okay. Yeah, and like Red's got like an i7, so and in me and him, I just feel like eventually we're gonna have like a lot of. Okay, so gasoline. Why does it take paint ammo? Why does these things take paint ammo? Why can't you just take? See, like that's another thing that you had to go get. Oh, what card am I on? I'm on a 1070, so it's graphics have nothing to do. It's all CPU intensive. It's all the yeah, like the graphics. I have no problem with the graphics. It's it's the CPU that's killing me. Because all I have is like a the paint ammo. Actually, I've kind of grown attached to doing the paint ammo. It's not that bad. Like I know I can get it right, and it's not going to take that much either, right? So it's like oh geez, like 10. The other one's like 5, right? Yeah. Hmm. Huh. Yeah, I could probably crank my sound. See, this is what I was worried about. I might have to put in a second one on the other side to catch, I think. And I'll just use like a vacuum tube or whatever to pick it up, I guess. Put it in the same bin. Mm-hmm. That I don't have a problem making. Except I need beeswax. None of your beeswax. I could design a flower picker, but like I said, it's so much easier just picking it up by hand. It's so much faster. It's the only thing that doing manually versus trying to automate it is not really worth it. Until they like make it so you can actually get better range on it or whatever. I cannot complain more about that stinking range on those vacuums. I just feel like it's something that should be upgradable where you can like get a greater distance or yeah, processor 6600K. So I make the recommended requirements for playing this game CPU wise. It's done doing its business. We need beeswax and another yeah, and it is overclocked, so overclocked to where I'm comfortable. It's overclocked. I could probably get it to like maybe 100 gigahertz more, but this just requires like way too much tinkering around that I want to do. It would just be easier just to buy a new one eventually when I can afford to. Oh, definitely an i7. i7, and I'm thinking Alder Lake when DDR5 comes out. But I'm also not opposed to getting a an AMD one either. But then I have to go and get the components and stuff for my cooler and stuff, and my cooler's still good right now for even any AMD right now. Yeah, probably because you don't have a K variant. That's probably why. And you're probably using a stock cooler as well. And you know what? Those things they're fine as they are, right? I don't really recommend anybody like honestly getting a K unless they just want that like extra oomph for later on down the road. And that's the only reason why I would say, yeah, go get a K. Basically, just for anyone who's a, hey, what the? Seriously? Get lost. Go away. Go away. Stop it. Oh, so you got like a water. So I don't like the water one. That's just personal. They make too much noise. You get noise from the pump and stuff like that. So yeah, I got like a big Mondo Dark Rock 3 cooler, air cooler. Yeah, I don't get any noise from mine either. It's mostly just the fans. But I don't know. There's just other things that are, it is like really, really um, minor noise. Yeah, and that's the other thing is like I got like, oh God, I can't even, let's see, I got two in the front, one in the back, two in the top. So it's five, six, about seven fans in my. And that's if I really want to overclock that thing too. Yeah, and that's the reason why I don't have that many fans, so I don't have to have too many the fans running at full blast at any time, even when I'm overclocked. Actually, I didn't even count the ones for the graphics card, so there's like another two there. More fans the merrier. As long as you don't have to overclock your fans, you'll be fine. Yeah, my fans run at a very leisurely pace. What? What's going on here? Oh, there's like a party going on here. Yeah, you're gonna get yours today. Let's go. It's party time. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay for what I do for it for now, but like for streaming and trying to play a game, like I really wanted to play Borderlands as my second game, and I just can't do it because just the frame rate is absolute garbage. So I just like kind of refuse to do play that game right now until I have at least a decent PC. Plus the other reason is like future video editing and stuff like that. So I'm like kind of like thinking about that as well, which is going to be better off with the hyper threading and I got like zero hyper threading on this thing. I could. Yeah, shut up, man. Shut up, Red, and your stupid i7. Like, you only have like a generation above mine i7, and see the amount of difference that it makes. It's just those little things. Yeah, see, like I could run the Borderlands, but it's just I almost have to like run it on low settings and like I hate running things on low settings. I really do. I don't feel like you get like the full. So let's go get these other things over here. You don't get the full experience out of it. Oh, come on. See, even just the lag right here. It's like too much. And this is like not exactly a taxing game either. See, like I said, I like the high. I guess I could probably lower the foliage down, but seems like such a downgrade. You might as well just turn off all graphical settings and just have like, you know, the oh, what is it called? The wireframe on there. That's all you play, wireframe. Yeah, and then you could turn the slider physics sliders down to like 0. That'll be the next one. But of course, new PCs is not my priority. I could still play, I could still stream. It's fine. Not great, but fine. Alright, so let's go find another bug. Let's find another bug. I could. There, that better? Oh, there's one. Beauty. I could also go into these crevices and go find the possible gold chest down there. Priorities, man. Yeah, but that's the whole fun of it is like I'm not gonna have anything. If I didn't have anything to whine about, where's the fun in that? Yeah, probably even in that hole. But the thing is, when you get into that hole, right, you go a lot slower trying to go back up. So most likely you'll probably start drowning before you get that glow bug even halfway to the surface. One at a time, slow and steady wins the race, I guess. You know, I sliced into an orange earlier, and it turned out it wasn't an orange, it was a bloody grapefruit. So now I gotta eat this grapefruit. Wow, holy crap. Yep. Now I remember why I don't eat grapefruit. Not bad, though. I'll still eat it. Nope. No, 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 no. Stay in your cage. I am. But like I said, slow and steady wins the race. Oh, dehydrated. Where's my food? First, I'm gonna get rid of these fools while I'm slowly starving to death. Yeah, but it's like, it definitely is one of those like acquired taste kind of things. You go get back in there, little bugger. Nah. This is why this is not a travel vehicle. Because I know. Oh, don't hurt yourself, dude. Might be going too fast for him. Yeah, but I wouldn't pick it out of all the fruits in there. Like if you had apples, oranges, and melon or anything like that, I definitely would not pick grapefruit. Though I do eat things in weird stages. Like I would go through this kick where I just eat the same cereal for this same cereal like every day for like 3 months or whatever. Yeah, sure, go ahead. And I'll take a gander of it too. Yeah, we definitely gonna have to build a. Yeah, inventory's full. Let's just put that here. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to put a double. I think we could probably speed this thing up too. So let's do less than that. Let's do about 5 ticks. And go make that second vacuum. I think that would be beneficial. Put that in there. Don't worry, Red. I was collecting glue clamps, so I do actually have a little bit of glue in here now. All right. Let's get one more of the vacuums. And I don't think I have any more vacuum tubes either. Better go check before I start making some more. There's one there. And I know I'm going to probably need at least 2 bends. Two bends and maybe about 3 straight pieces, I think. Put these away. Oh, there's 2 of those, so that's good. I'll have to make that. Alright. Alright. I need 2 bends, I think. Yeah, no, that's weird, eh? Everything else is like, oh, great, I need more. I think I had some on my person is over here. Oink. You make it sound like that's an insult. It's not. You can also call me for all your meat cutting needs, but you might get a little bit of my own blood in it. Okay, there might be some more arms and stuff. Oh, yeah, there is. Okay. I'm gonna be the champion flower picker pretty soon. Did you want some there, Tape Bot? Sunday. Yep. You know, every time I've been to the hospital or a clinic, I've never seen any horrifying things. I always feel like I'm the most injured person in there. Maybe it just feels that way. I don't know. I know that's probably not true, but all right. Beauty. That's how I get my followers, man, by picking flowers off freaking stream. All right, I think I's got it. Yeah, I figured it would be a collection of this here. All right, let's. All right. I think I could probably get one more glow bug in here, I think. See, like it gets it right there. Just not collecting on the other side. All right. Actually, I think I might need a few more straight pieces. Actually, I'm gonna need like two more bends. Maybe. Yeah, maybe like two, maybe. Definitely not having problems getting the glow poop, that's for sure. Okay, I need to come out one more. Okay, so I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly. Cool. I'll go take a gander, man. Always look after the stream. But I will always do look at it. All right, so let's see here. One of those. 1, 2, 3, maybe. Running low on that material, but whatever. I have no problem getting more metal. Or making some more. I think I could probably come up with a way to automate making explosives. Oh, my wife's telling me I had to go leave and get the dog food now. Why do we have to do this? Why can't you? I kind of don't want to use the word, say we and then question mark. So, that tells me that my wife is telling me that we need to go and take a break. Yeah, I think I'll have to come back to this later. But I will be back if I don't have another stream today. I might come back on, definitely on Thursday. Will be my next stream. So anyway, it was a quick one, but at least we got something done. So, all right, I'm out. I gotta get going. Bye bye.